Okay, good afternoon, all of you. In last lecture, we have discussed about the overall heat transfer coefficient, and then we have started the problems on the heat conduction through plane wall, then heat conduction through composite wall, and then overall heat transfer coefficient. So, before going to the problems on this, first of all, what is meant by overall heat transfer coefficient? So, in this case, we have considered the one metal body, and at the one side of this metal body, there is a hot fluid, and at the another side of the body, there is a cold fluid. So, if suppose we have to considering the only conduction, at that time we have to considering the thermal conductivity as a proportionality constant. And if there is a fluid, heat transfer takes place due to motion of fluid. At that time, or at the time of convection, whatever the constant we are considering, that is nothing but heat transfer coefficient for the convection, that is nothing but H. But if there is a conduction and as well as there is a convection, so for that case we have to consider the overall heat transfer coefficient, and that overall heat transfer coefficient is nothing but capital U. And this U, which gives the heat transmitted per unit area, per unit time, per degree temperature difference between the bulk fluids on the each side of the metal. So we have derived the equation for the one metal plate is there, and at the one side of that metal plate there is a hot fluid, and at the another side of the metal plate is cold fluid. So for that particular system, we have to calculate the overall heat transfer coefficient. Overall heat transfer coefficient means we have to calculate the value of heat transmitted per unit area, per unit time, per degree temperature difference. That is nothing but capital U. So in the form of resistances, so for the convection we have to consider one resistance, for the conduction we have to consider one resistance, and for the convection we have to consider one resistance. Means whatever the system we have to considering, in that system we have to check where the conduction is takes place, where the convection is takes place, and according to that we have to write down the equation for the thermal resistance. Equation for the thermal resistance, suppose we have to consider the one system, and for that system suppose conduction, one conduction is there and two convection is there. So for that whole system there are three resistances are there, one because of the conduction and two because of the convection resistance. And we know that what is the value to calculate the thermal resistance for the conduction, that is La upon Ka into A, or L by Ka. This is the equation for to calculate the thermal resistance for the conduction. And if we want to calculate the thermal resistance for the convection, then we have to use the equation as a 1 upon H into A, that is convective heat transfer coefficient into area. So in this way, whatever the heat modes are given in that problem, according to that we have to write down the resistances. We have to write down the resistances. So in this system we have calculated the, so for the whole system heat transfer rate is same, that is Q. So first of all, convection is takes place due to the hot fluid. And what is the equation for the convection? We know that equation related to convection is nothing but Newton's law of the cooling. And what is that equation? Q is equal to HA into delta T. So for that hot fluid we have write the equation for the Q, that is Q is equal to HHF into A into THF minus T1, because temperature of hot fluid is THF and temperature at the one end of the surface, that is T1. So similarly for the metal plate there is a conduction is takes place, and for the conduction what is that equation? Q is equal to K into A into T1 minus T2 divided by L. And similarly at the right hand side there is a cold fluid, and because of the fluid convection is takes place. So what is the equation for the convection? Q is equal to HCF into A into T2 minus TCF. So after that, these are the equation number 1, 2, 3. Then we have to writing this equation in the form of temperature difference, and then we have added this equation and we get the equation as a THF minus TCF is equal to Q by A into bracket 1 upon HHF plus L by K plus 1 by HCF. So from that equation we get the final equation as a Q is equal to A into THF minus TCF divided by 1 upon HHF plus L by K plus 1 upon HCF. And our standard equation, suppose if the for the total system there is a overall heat transfer coefficient is there, then what is that equation? Q is equal to U into A into THF minus TCF. So by comparing that two equation we get the value of overall heat transfer coefficient, that is capital U, and that capital U is nothing but U is equal to 1 divided by 1 upon HHF plus L by K plus 1 upon HCF. So in this way, we have derived the equation for the when at a metal plate having at the left hand side there is a hot fluid and at the right hand side there is a cold fluid. So for that we have to use this equation, and according to given system, in this case we are considering the only one metal plate. Suppose one another metal plate is attached to the same plate, then another resistance will be added into the equation, and that resistance is because of the conduction. So in this way we have to add the resistances into that particular equation. Okay, so this is about the overall heat transfer coefficient. And one problem related to that we have solved in the last lecture, that is heat conduction through the plane wall. So now we have to write down the second problem. Okay, so write down second problem. Write down, this is the second problem related to the composite wall. In last lecture we have solved one simple problem which is related to the plane wall. Now we have to solve the another condition, that is for the composite wall. So all of you write down this problem. A reactor's wall a reactor's wall 320 mm thick. A reactor's wall, one reactor is there and that reactor wall 320 mm thick is made up of an inner layer of fire brick, an inner layer of fire brick in bracket K is equal to 0.84. in bracket thermal conductivity of that brick is given, K is equal to 0.84 watt per meter degree Celsius. Bracket complete. Covered with a layer of insulation. Covered with a layer of insulation. And in bracket thermal conductivity of insulation is given, in bracket K is equal to 0.16 watt per meter degree Celsius. Layer of insulation in bracket K is equal to 0.16 watt per meter degree Celsius. Bracket complete. The reactor operates at a temperature of at a temperature of 1325 degrees Celsius, 1325 degrees Celsius, 1325 degrees Celsius, and the ambient temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, and the ambient temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, full stop. Next line, first determine the thickness of fire brick. Determine the thickness of fire brick and insulation. Determine the thickness of fire brick and insulation. Second, calculate the heat loss. When the insulating material has a maximum temperature of a maximum temperature of, calculate the heat loss when insulating material has maximum temperature of 1200 degrees Celsius, 1200 degrees Celsius, 1200 degrees Celsius. Okay. So from this given data, first of all, you have to write down the given things. What is to be given? First of all, you have to read that problem carefully and understood what is to be given. So a reactor's wall 320 mm thick, one wall is given, a reactor is there. For that reactor there is a one wall and having thickness is given 320 mm, is made up of an inner layer of fire brick. म्हणजे जी काही वॉल आहे तर त्या वॉलचा जो काही इनर लेअर असणार आहे तो कशाचा असणार आहे, अँड इनर लेअर ऑफ फायर ब्रिक. तर तो फायर ब्रिकचा काय असणार आहे, इनर लेअर असणार आहे. अँड कवर्ड विथ ए लेअर ऑफ इन्सुलेशन, तर त्या लेअरच्या आणखी एक लेअर अटॅच केलेला असणार आहे. and that layer is having material is that is insulation covered with a layer of insulation. म्हणजे एक वॉल आहे, ती वॉल कशाची आहे तर काही पार्ट जो आहे तो फायर ब्रिकचा आहे आणि काही पार्ट जो आहे तो इन्सुलेशनचा आहे. द रिएक्टर ऑपरेट्स ॲट ए टेम्परेचर ऑफ 1325 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. म्हणजे जो काही रिएक्टर आहे त्याच्या आतमधलं जे टेम्परेचर असणार आहे ते किती असणार आहे, 1325 degree Celsius. And the ambient temperature, so inside temperature is 1325 degree Celsius, and then there is a wall, fire brick wall is there, then insulation is there, and whatever the ambient temperature is 25 degree Celsius. So our aim is to calculate the determine the thickness of fire brick and insulation. आपल्याला काय फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे, जी काही वॉल आहे वॉल मध्ये काय असणार आहे, there is a fire brick and a layer is there and insulation layer is there. So our aim is to calculate the thickness of that particular fire brick and thickness of that particular insulation. And in second case we have to calculate the heat loss when the insulating material has a maximum temperature of 1200 degrees Celsius. Means we have to calculate the heat loss when we have to calculate the heat loss when the insulating material has a maximum temperature of 1200 degrees Celsius. म्हणजे जे काही insulating material आहे त्या लेयरचा जो काही टेम्परेचर असणार आहे, इफ दॅट टेम्परेचर इज 1200 डिग्री सेल्सिअस, at that time we have to find out the heat loss. Okay, so first of all you have to write down the given things. Write down. So first of all you have to draw the diagram by using that given data. So layer A is nothing but fire brick and layer B is nothing but insulation, and at the left side of the layer A there is a fire, and because of that the temperature at the left hand side is given, that is T1 is given. reactor wall is 320 mm thick, म्हणजे जी काही वॉल आहे त्याची टोटल थिकनेस दिलेली आहे. in that wall there is a fire brick is also there and insulation is there, so therefore total thickness of the wall is 320 mm. So fire brick layer we have given name as a layer A, and insulation layer the name is given as a layer B. So thickness of layer A it is denoted by LA, and thickness of layer B it is denoted by LB. Okay, so temperature at the surface or inside temperature of the reactor is given, that is 1325 degree Celsius. म्हणजे ते कुठलं टेम्परेचर असणार, that temperature is nothing but T1 degree Celsius. आतलं टेम्परेचर म्हणजे त्या सरफेसचं पण टेम्परेचर काय असणार आहे, सेम असणार आहे. सो टेम्परेचर इज 1325 degree Celsius. Then ambient temperature is given, means after this wall at the right hand side there is a environment, and that environment temperature is given 25 degree Celsius. म्हणजे एन्व्हायरमेंटचं टेम्परेचर 25 असेल म्हणजे राईट हँड चा जो काही सरफेस असणार आहे T3, त्या T3 चं पण टेम्परेचर काय असणार आहे, 25 degree Celsius असणार आहे. सो राईट डाऊन T1, T2, T3. So T1 is 1325 degree Celsius, T3 is 25 degree Celsius. Okay, then thermal conductivity of fire brick and insulation is given. So fire brick it is denoted by A, insulation is denoted by B. So Ka is equal to 0.84 and Kb is equal to 0.16 watt per meter degree Celsius. Then thickness of this total wall is given, that is La plus Lb is equal to what, 320 mm. So we have to convert that mm into meter. So 0.32 meter. Okay. Total thickness of that particular wall is given. So that is LA plus LB is equal to 320 mm and is equal to what? We have to convert that mm into meter. So 0.32 meter. So from that we have to write the equation for the LB. So LB is equal to what? LB is equal to 0.32 minus LA. Okay. And T2 is given, that is 1200 degrees Celsius. Temperature of the insulation means that interface temperature is given 1200 degrees Celsius. 1200 degrees Celsius. Now our aim is to calculate the thickness of fire brick. Means we have to calculate the value of LA and then we have to calculate the value of LB and then we have to find out the rate of heat transfer through this composite wall. So this is the composite wall. When we have to set the composite wall as a composite wall when two or more than two layers are bonded together. So in this case two layers are bonded. So this is nothing but composite wall. So we know that what is the equation for the composite wall? Can anyone unmute yourself and tell me the equation for the composite wall? For this case, there are two layers are there. So what is the equation for the composite wall? Q is equal to what? Anyone tell me? काय येणार सांगा? For three layers, we have calculated the equation for the composite wall. Q is equal to something. So this is the two layer wall is there. So for this, we have to write the equation for the rate of heat transfer, that is Q. Can anyone unmute yourself and tell me the equation for this case? कोण सांगतंय? Anyone? Tell me. कुणाला समजलं नाही काय? Already we have derived that equation for the composite wall. In that case, we get the final equation for the Q. So according to that equation, we have to write down the equation for the two layers. For the two layers, we have derived the equation for the three layers. There are three layers, A, B, C layers are there. But in this case, only two layers are there, A and B. So by using this condition, we have to write the equation for the rate of heat transfer through this particular composite wall. Can anyone? कुणाला समजलेलं नाही का? कुणालाच काय येत नाही काय? Anyone?
Sir. T1 minus T3 upon thermal resistance of A plus thermal resistance of B.
करेक्ट आहे. याचा अर्थ कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर आहे. समजतंय बघा. आता इथं काय असणार आहे? तुम्हाला टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स जो असणार आहे तो होल प्लेटचा टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स घ्यायचा आहे. म्हणजे इथं दोन प्लेटचा टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स काय असणार आहे? इनसाइडचं टेम्परेचर T1 आणि आउटसाइडचं टेम्परेचर T3 आहे. म्हणजे होल टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स काय झाला? T1 minus T2 divided by, we have to write down the resistances, but in this case two plates are there and heat conduction is heat transfer takes place due to the conduction. So we have to take the two resistance for the conduction. So thermal resistance for plate A plus thermal resistance for the plate B. Okay, if three plates are there, then additional thermal resistance will be arises. Okay, thermal resistance for plate C. So in that way, whatever the diagram we have given, according to that we have to write down the equation. Okay, म्हणजे जर Q is equal to T1 minus T3 divided by thermal resistance of plate A plus thermal resistance of plate B. So this is the equation for the whole plate. That is nothing but Q. आता आपल्याला माहित आहे की दोन्ही प्लेट मधून जेवढी हीट ट्रान्सफर होते ते आपण Q कन्सिडर केली आहे. म्हणजे तेवढीच हीट प्लेट A मधून जाणार आहे आणि तेवढीच हीट कुठून जाणार आहे? प्लेट B मधून जाणार आहे. So in that way we have to write down the equation. Okay, and thermal resistance of formula काय असते? What is the thermal resistance formula for the conduction? That is LA upon K into A for the plate A. And what is the thermal resistance for plate B? LB upon KB into A. Area तर सेम असणार आहे. But what is the standard formula for thermal resistance for the conduction of plate A? That is LA upon K into A, and for the B, LB upon KB into A. So in that way we have to write down the equation. Okay, so all of you write down this equation. आता आपण काय केलेलं आहे? Q is equal to, हे ज्या वेळेला दोन्ही प्लेट आपण कन्सिडर करतोय at the time of composite wall, what is the equation? T1 minus T3 divided by thermal resistance of plate A plus thermal resistance of plate B. So what is the thermal resistance of plate A? That is LA upon K into A plus what is the thermal resistance of plate B? LB upon KB into A. So this is the standard formula for the thermal resistance of the conduction. Thermal resistance for the conduction. आता हा क्यू जो असतोय आपण कंपोजिट वॉल जरी कन्सिडर केली तर तेवढीच हीट ह्या प्लेट मधून जाणार आहे, तेवढीच हीट कुठून जाणार आहे, प्लेट बी मधून जाणार आहे. सो वी हॅव टू राईट डाऊन दी सेपरेटली इक्वेशन फॉर दी प्लेट ए. आता प्लेट ए म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, प्लेन वॉल. सो वी नो दॅट व्हॉट इज द स्टँडर्ड इक्वेशन फॉर दी प्लेन वॉल, दॅट इज Q is equal to K into A into T1 minus T2 divided by L. Okay, so we have to rewrite the equation. This equation आपण कसं लिहितोय, T1 minus T2 divided by LA upon K into A. समजले का? स्टँडर्ड इक्वेशन काय आहे तर K into A into T1 minus T2 divided by LA. आता आपण काय घेतलेलं आहे, न्यूमरेटरला टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स घेतलेला आहे, बाकीची टर्म डिनॉमिनेटरला घेतलेला आहे. सो व्हॉट इज द स्टँडर्ड इक्वेशन, T1 minus T2 divided by LA upon K into A इज इक्वल टू, म्हणजे एका प्लेट मधून जेवढी हीट ट्रान्सफर होत्या ए मधून जेवढीच ट्रान्सफर होत्या तेवढीच बी मधून ट्रान्सफर होत्या आणि तेवढीच हीट दोन्ही प्लेट मधून ट्रान्सफर होत्या, म्हणून आपण काय घेतलेलं, इक्वल टू साइन घेतलेला आहे. समजतंय का बघा? सो T1 minus T2 divided by LA upon K into A. So this is the heat conducted through the plane wall A, then is equal to heat conducted through plane wall B is T2 minus T3 divided by LB divided by KB into A. So in this way we have to write down the equation. एक लक्षात ठेवा, कंपोजिट वॉल मधून जी काय हीट ट्रान्सफर होणार आहे तेवढीच प्लेट ए मधून होत असते आणि तेवढीच हीट कशामधून ट्रान्सफर होत असते, प्लेट बी मधून होत असते. म्हणजे ते इक्वल टूच्या फॉर्म मध्ये आपण काय करू शकतो, इक्वेशन लिहू शकतोय. ओके, सो फ्रॉम दिस आवर एम इज टू कॅल्क्युलेट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ LA अँड LB. So can anyone tell me how to calculate the value of LA and LB? So we know that value of T1 is known, T3 is known, T2 is known. Suppose first two equation, that is T1 minus T3 equation and T1 minus T2 equation is there. So from that two equations, which quantity is unknown in that two equation? Only LA and LB. But we can write the LB in the form of LA. LB in the form of LA. Then only unknown is LA. So from these two equation we have to calculate the value of LA. समजतंय बघा? म्हणजे आपण कुठली दोन इक्वेशन कन्सिडर करू. आता पहिली दोन इक्वेशन कन्सिडर करू आपण. ओके, आता इथं काय बघा, फ्रॉम दिस केस एरिया इज सेम. जो काही area which is normal to the heat transfer, that area is same for this all two plates. Okay, so from that area is same, so we have taken area at the left hand side. So Q by A is equal to, what is the equation, T1 minus T3 divided by LA upon K plus LB upon KB is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by LA upon K is equal to T2 minus T3 divided by LB upon KB. फक्त area आपण काय घेतलेला आहे, लेफ्ट हँड साइडला घेतलेला आहे. So all of you write down these two equation. Q ची इक्वेशन लिहा, then we have to write down the equation for Q by A. Write down the equation for the Q by A. समजतंय बघा, कंपोजिट वॉलची जी काही हीट ट्रान्सफर असते तेवढीच हीट प्लेट ए मधून ट्रान्सफर होते, तेवढीच हीट प्लेट बी मधून असते. कारण लेफ्ट हँड साइडला काय असणार आहे, क्यू असणार आहे आणि राईट हँड साइडला क्यू असणार आहे. म्हणजे टोटल प्लेट मधून पण हीट कुठली ट्रान्सफर होते, क्यूच होत्या. प्लेट ए मधून पण क्यूच होणार आहे, प्लेट बी मधून क्यू होणार आहे. म्हणजे ती इक्वेशन काय असणार आहेत, इक्वल टू असणार आहेत. समजते बघा. आता आपण सेकंड केस मध्ये काय केलेलं, वी हॅव टेकन एरिया एज ए कॉमन and we have take that area in the left hand side. So remaining equation we have written. Okay, so up to this point we have written. Shall I proceed? सगळ्यांचं झालंय का इथपर्यंत? समजलं बघा, इक्वेशन फक्त तुम्हाला एकच लक्षात ठेवायचं, कंपोजिट वॉल आले की पहिला न्यूमरेटर टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स अँड डिनॉमिनेटर वी हॅव टू राईट डाऊन दी रेजिस्टन्सेस फॉर दी ईच प्लेट. कंडक्शन असेल, कन्व्हेक्शन असेल तर त्या प्रत्येकाच्या रेजिस्टन्सची व्हॅल्यू लिहायची आहे. कंडक्शन असेल तर L by K असते आणि कन्व्हेक्शन असेल तर 1 upon HA असते. सो इन दॅट वे वी हॅव टू राईट दी इक्वेशन फॉर दी कंपोजिट वॉल. ओके, so now we have to put the values. Only we have to consider the first two terms. पहिल्या दोन टर्म कन्सिडर करा, कारण आपल्याला काय फाइंड आउट करायचं, we have to find out the value of LA and LB. तो कॅपिटल Q by A जो लेफ्ट हँड साइडला असणार आहे तो म्हणजे काय असते, हीट फ्लक्स, आणि इट इज डिनोटेड बाय स्मॉल q. सो स्मॉल q इज इक्वल टू T1 minus T3. T1 is given 1325 degrees Celsius. T3 is given 25 degrees Celsius divided by LA upon Ka. So LA is not given. So LA divided by Ka. Thermal conductivity of plate A is given 0.84 plus LB upon Kb. Thermal conductivity of insulation is given 0.16. And then we have to take only one equation for the plate A because कुठले दोन इक्वेशन आपण इक्वेट करू शकतो त्याच्यावरून आपण फाइंड आउट करू शकतो पण आपण फक्त पहिली दोन इक्वेशन इक्वेट केलेत. So what is the next term? T1 minus T2. So 1325 minus 1200 divided by LA upon Ka. So LA upon 0.84. So by using this, we have to calculate the value of LA and LB. कशी find out करणार? So from this equation, LA and LB, these two are unknown. Okay. So in the given, we have written as a one formula, LB is equal to what? LB is equal to 0.32 minus LA. LB is equal to LB is equal to 0.32 minus LA. So instead of LB, we have to put 0.32 minus LA, and then only one unknown is there, LA. So by using these two equations, we have to find out the value of LA. समजतंय बघा. आता हे 1/0.84 तर त्याचं सॉल्व केलं तर काय मिळणार आहे 1.190 LA प्लस 1/0.16 म्हणजे 6.25 LB is equal to 125 divided by LA divided by 0.84. Okay, 1325 minus 25, 1300. Okay, all of you solve this. Solve करा and tell me the answer for LA and LB. LA and LB काय मिळतं ते सांगा. All of you do the calculation. Instead of LB, we have to put the value as a LB ची value काय आहे सांगा 0.32 minus LA. Put that value instead of LB 0.32 minus LA. Then only unknown is LA. So by solving this equation, we get the value of LA. Okay. So solve this equation and tell me the values of LA and LB. Put that answer in the chat box. I will give 2 minutes to you and solve this equation and find out the value of LA and LB. Put that answer in the chat box. What is the value of LA and LB? What is the value of LA and LB? Find out the value of LA and LB from this equation. First, we get the value of LA. Thickness of layer A, that is fire brick layer. Tell me what is the value of LA and LB. So Samruddhi have calculated the value of LA, that is 0.113. Okay, 0.113 meter. And from that we have to calculate the value of LB because LB is equal to 0.32 minus LA. Then we get the value of LB. What about others? Put that answer in the chat box. How to solve this equation? Nana Sahib, 0.207. This is the answer of what? 0.207. It is the LA or LB? LB. Okay. Okay, Abhijit Kote have calculated. Okay. What about others? Do the calculation by yourself. Only you have to understand the concept and do the calculation by your own. Okay. So by solving these equations, we get the value of LA and LB. Okay. So do the calculation. We get the value of LA is equal to 0.1146 meter. So in the mm, what is the value? 114.6 mm. Equation फक्त solve करायचं आहे तुम्हाला. By solving the equation, we get the value of LA, and that LA is nothing but 0.1146 meter. And we have to convert that meter into mm. So 114.6 mm. So this is the answer for the LA. And we know that. What is the equation for the LB? LB is equal to 0.32 minus LA. In that equation, we have to put the value of LA. Then we get the value of LB. Okay. So what is the value of LB? LB is equal to 0.32 minus LA. So 0.32 minus 0.114. So we get the 0.205 meter. Okay, so LB is equal to 205.6 mm. So this is the thickness of the जो काय आपल्याला सांगितलेलं की एक वॉल आहे त्याच्यामध्ये फायर ब्रिकचा पण लेअर असणार आहे आणि इन्सुलेशनचा पण लेअर असणार आहे. तर त्याच्यामध्ये फायर ब्रिकचा थिकनेस किती असणार आहे? 114.6 mm. And what about the thickness of the layer B? That is 205.6 mm. That is insulation thickness. म्हणजे थिकनेस कशाचा जास्त आहे बघा, तर इन्सुलेशनचा थिकनेस तुम्हाला जास्त दिलेला आहे. Okay, so from this we get the value of LA and LB. Can anyone calculated the value of heat lost? Second case, we have to calculate the heat loss when the insulating material has a maximum temperature of 1200 degree Celsius. म्हणजे आपल्याला heat loss calculate करायचा आहे. तर आपण पहिल्या स्टेप मध्ये इक्वेशन Q चं लिहिलेलं आहे. त्या कुठल्याही इक्वेशन मध्ये जर तुम्ही व्हॅल्यू पुट केली, कुठल्याही इक्वेशन मध्ये समजा पहिलं इक्वेशन घेतलं T1 minus T3 divided by LA upon K into A plus LB upon KB into A. ह्याच्यात मध्ये जरी व्हॅल्यू पुट केल्या LA आणि LB ची तरी तुम्हाला Q मिळू शकतोय. किंवा Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by LA upon K into A. या इक्वेशन मध्ये जरी पुट केलं तरी तुम्हाला काय मिळणार आहे? Q मिळणार आहे. किंवा Q is equal to T2 minus T3 divided by LB upon KB into A. याच्यात जरी व्हॅल्यू पुट केली तर तुम्हाला काय मिळणार आहे? Q मिळणार आहे. कारण ह्या तिन्ही इक्वेशन मध्ये जो काय रेट ऑफ हीट ट्रान्सफर आहे तो सेमच आहे. त्यामुळे Q is equal to तुम्ही कुठलीही इक्वेशन घेऊ शकता and from that we have to calculate the Q. पण इथे एरिया दिलेला नाही. जर तुम्हाला एरिया दिलेला नसेल तर तुमचं जे आन्सर येणार आहे ते रेट ऑफ हीट ट्रान्सफर पर युनिट एरिया असा आन्सर येणार आहे. म्हणजे तुम्हाला इथं कशाचा आन्सर मिळणार आहे? Q by A मिळणार आहे. लक्षात ठेवा. If in the problem they have not given the value of area, at that time we have to calculate the rate of heat transfer per unit area. पर युनिट एरिया मधून किती हीट ट्रान्सफर होणार आहे ती व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला मिळणार आहे. ओके, सो वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट द रेट ऑफ हीट ट्रान्सफर पर युनिट एरिया. कुठलेही एक इक्वेशन घ्या. आता मी इथं काय घेतलेलं आहे? Q बाय ए, म्हणजे कॅपिटल Q बाय एरिया दिलेलं नाही म्हणून Q बाय ए चं कन्वर्ट. Q बाय ए म्हणजे काय असते? स्मॉल Q असते, हीट फ्लक्स. सो कॅपिटल Q बाय ए इज नथिंग बट स्मॉल Q. So small Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by LA upon K. So we know that value of T1, we know that value of T2 divided by LA upon K. LA upon K. Yogesh Patil, why you are putting your roll number? Okay, so small Q is equal to what? T1 minus T2 divided by LA upon K. Then we get the value of heat loss per unit area, that is small Q is equal to 916.23 watt per meter square. 916.23 वॅट पर मीटर स्क्वेअर. समजलं? तुम्ही कुठलीही इक्वेशन यूज करू शकताय. दोन्ही प्लेटचं कंबाईन इक्वेशन जे आहे कंपोजिट वॉलचं ते इक्वेशन यूज करू शकताय, किंवा प्लेट ए साठीचं इक्वेशन यूज करू शकताय, किंवा प्लेट बी साठीचं पण इक्वेशन यूज करू शकताय. बाय युझिंग एनी इक्वेशन वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ स्मॉल क्यू, दॅट इज हीट लॉस पर युनिट एरिया. So here we have calculated the second value, that is heat loss. Calculate the heat loss. Okay. If problem is over, then put that message in the chat box so that I will go for the second problem or third problem. Already we have covered yesterday one problem. Today we have covered the second problem. Now we have to go for the third problem. Okay. सगळ्यांचा आन्सर आले का बघा. हीट लॉस पर युनिट एरिया कुठलंही इक्वेशन यूज करू शकताय. In the first step we have written the equation for the Q. So we have to use any equation because rate of heat transfer through the each plate is same. Whatever we have to consider the composite plate, or we have to consider only plate A, or we have to consider only plate B. So for the all the heat transfer rate equation is same. Heat transfer equation is different, but the heat transfer rate value is same. Q is equal to any equation we have to utilize. Okay. So this is the answer. Q is equal to 916.23 watt per meter square. Okay. Now we have to write down the next problem. This problem is over. Put that message in the chat box so that I will proceed fast. If anyone is remaining, write down the answer. Okay. So this is the second problem. Now I have to go for the third problem. Okay. So all of you write down this third problem. Okay. So write down. Actually, this is third problem. I have written there second. We have to write down third problem. Okay. So find the heat flow rate. Find the heat flow rate. Find the heat flow rate through the composite wall. Through the composite wall, as shown in figure. As shown in figure. As shown in figure. Assume one-dimensional flow. Assume one-dimensional flow. Assume one-dimensional flow. काय find out करायचं बघा. Find the heat flow rate through the composite wall as shown in figure. So whatever the diagram is given. So from this diagram we have to calculate the heat flow rate for this particular composite wall. तर अशा प्रकारे तुम्हाला एक composite wall दिलेला आहे. आता whatever area we are considering, तो area कुठला असतोय बघा. So at the arrow the area is given. Okay. We have to see on the cursor. So on this cursor, this is the area through which heat transfer takes place. म्हणजे आपण प्रत्येक प्लेट साठी एरिया सेम आहे असं का म्हणतोय, तर हा जो एरिया असणार आहे, that area which is normal to the direction of heat flow, that area is same for the all the plates. But in this case what will happen, there are 4 layers are given. A layer is there, B layer is there, C layer is there, and D layer is there. Okay. So first of all draw this diagram and write down the given things on that diagram. Okay. A, B, C, D, these 4 plates are there. Then thickness of plate A is given 3 centimeter. Thickness of plate B and C is given 8 centimeter. Thickness of plate D is given 5 centimeter. Then width of that area is given 10 centimeter. One side's temperature. So at the left hand side temperature is given 400 degrees Celsius, and at the right hand side the temperature is given 60 degrees Celsius. 60 degrees Celsius. Okay. And for the B and C, for that particular plates B and C, height is given 3 centimeter and 7 centimeter. For plate B, height is 3 centimeter, and plate C, height is 7 centimeter. Okay. And below that diagram, thermal conductivity of each layer is given. Thermal conductivity of plate A or layer A is given. Then thermal conductivity of layer B is given. Then thermal conductivity of layer C is given. Okay. So all of you draw this diagram. समजते बघा. Left hand surface temperature is 400 degrees Celsius, and whatever the surface at the right hand having temperature is 60 degrees Celsius. 4 layers having thickness is given 3 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and width is given 10 centimeter, and height for that layer B and C is given 3 centimeter is the height for the layer B, and 7 centimeter is the height for the layer C. Okay. Diagram is over. If diagram is over, then put that message in the chat box so that I will proceed. Draw the diagram properly so that we have to easily understood the which formula we have to use for this condition. आपण आतापर्यंत जी डायग्राम मगाची जी डायग्राम काढली होती त्याच्यामध्ये 2 लेयर्स होते, पण ती डायग्राम जी काढते आपण कशी काढलेली होती, 2 कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टीम मध्ये काढलेली होती, म्हणजे 2D डायग्राम काढली होती. दिस इज द 3D डायग्राम. आपण एरिया सेम घेतोय, सो दॅट एरिया इज नथिंग बट विच इज द नॉर्मल टू द डायरेक्शन ऑफ हीट फ्लो. म्हणजे त्या प्लेट मधून जो एरिया असणार आहे तो लेफ्ट हँड सरफेस एक असणार आहे, त्या सरफेसचा तो एरिया असतोय. वी हॅव टू अंडरस्टूड Fourier's law of heat conduction. Q is directly proportional to area. So that area is nothing but area which is normal to the direction of heat flow. Normal to the direction of heat flow means this area is there. This area is nothing but area which is normal to the direction of heat flow. दोन्ही प्लेट साठी आपण मगाशी सेम घेतलेला आहे, कारण दोन्ही प्लेटचा जो काही हा जो एरिया असणार आहे तो सेमच असणार आहे. ओके. Or if diagram is over, that put that message in the chat box so that I will proceed. Fast, do it fast so that I will proceed. Okay. So below this diagram they have given the values of thermal conductivity. So write down the whatever the layers we have considered the A, B, C, D. So for that layers they have given the values of thermal conductivity. So write down K is equal to 150. K is equal to 150 watt per meter degree Celsius. Then thermal conductivity of layer B is 30 watt per meter degree Celsius. Then Kc is nothing but thermal conductivity of layer C 65 watt per meter degree Celsius, and thermal conductivity of layer D is given 50 watt per meter degree Celsius. 50 watt per meter degree Celsius. Okay, Ka, Kb, Kc and Kd is given. So write down that values. आपल्याला काय फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे, फाइंड आउट द हीट फ्लो रेट थ्रू दिस कंपोजिट वॉल. So whatever the composite wall we have given, so for that wall we have to calculate the heat flow rate. Heat flow rate. Okay. So from this we have to write down the given condition. जे काय आपल्याला दिलेलं आहे, इतका डाटा आपल्याला दिलेला आहे. So from this we have to write down the given. Okay. So write down the given. So from that diagram, what is to be given? LA is given. Thickness of layer A is given 3 centimeters. So we have to convert into meter. Then thickness of layer B and C is given. That is same thickness for layer B and C. That is 8 centimeter. So LB is equal to LC is equal to 8 centimeter, and that is we have to convert into meter. So 8 centimeter is nothing but 0.08 meter. Okay. Thickness of each layer is given. Layer A, layer B, layer C and layer D. So we have to write down the LA, LB, LC and LD. Then we have to find out the areas. So whatever the layers, आतापर्यंत area same असायचा, but in this case the areas are different. For the layer A and D, for the layer हा A आणि D चा एरिया फक्त सेम असणार आहे, पण B आणि C साठी हा एरिया काय असणार आहे, कारण हा इथून लाईन येणार आहे. हा वरचा एरिया म्हणजे लेयर B चा असणार आहे आणि हा खालचा एरिया म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, लेयर C चा असणार आहे. ओके. So first of all we have to calculate the values of the areas. So what is the area for layer A? Can anyone tell me? Layer A चा एरिया काय असणार आहे? हा लेअर ए आहे तुमचा. ह्या लेअरचा एरिया कुठला एरिया? एरिया विच इज नॉर्मल टू द डायरेक्शन ऑफ हीट फ्लो. म्हणजे हा असतो, इथून हीट ट्रान्सफर होत असते तुमची. समोरून आपल्याला फक्त एवढा बॉक्स दिसतोय ए लिहिलेला. But actually where the heat transfer is takes place, from this section heat transfer will be takes place. So what is the area for this section? So width is given 10 centimeter and height, where the height is given, so this total height is 10 centimeter. So 10 centimeter is nothing but 0.1 meter and 10 centimeter is nothing but 0.1 meter. So from that we get the area of this layer A. So what is the value of area of layer A? That is 0.1 into 1. Okay, 0.1 into 1. So this is the area for the layer A. Area of layer A is equal to 0.01 meter square. Similarly, what is the area of layer B? हा तुमचा लेअर बी असणार आहे. म्हणजे इथून कुठं लाईन असणार आहे अशी. तर ह्याची हाईट किती दिलेली आहे? 3 सेंटीमीटर आणि हा विड्थ किती आहे? 10 सेंटीमीटर. म्हणजे 3 into 10. 3 into 10. 3 हा सेंटीमीटर मध्ये. सो टू कन्वर्ट इंटू मीटर म्हणजे 0.03 मीटर इंटू 10 सेंटीमीटर म्हणजे 0.1 मीटर. समजतंय बघा. इथं जशी लाईन असणार आहे तशीच लाईन इथं असणार आहे. सो धिस एरिया इज नथिंग बट this half portion is nothing but area of this layer B and remaining portion is the area of layer C. So we have to calculate the area for B. So area for B is nothing but height is 3 and thickness is width is 10. So we have to calculate the area for the plate B, that is 0.1 into 0.03. And similarly for layer C, area for layer C काय असणार आहे? C ची हाईट किती आहे? तर 7 सेंटीमीटर तुम्हाला हाईट दिलेली आहे. दिस इज द हाईट फॉर द लेअर C, 7 सेंटीमीटर. सो 7 into 10. So that is the area for the layer C. So write down the areas values, area of layer A, layer B and layer C and layer D. Okay. म्हणजे आता वरची जी डायग्राम आहे, दिस इज द 3 डायमेन्शनल डायग्राम. सो वी हॅव कन्वर्टेड दॅट डायग्राम इनटू 2 डायमेन्शनल. म्हणजे ही अशा प्रकारची डायग्राम असणार आहे. आतापर्यंत आपण अशा डायग्राम काढत होतो. क्यूब जो काही हीट ट्रान्सफर असणार प्रत्येक लेअर मधून सेम असणार आहे. पण आपल्याला एरिया कुठला घ्यायचा ते समजत नव्हतं, कारण एरिया हा मागच्या साईडला सरफेस मध्ये असणार आहे. अँड दॅट एरिया वी हॅव कॅल्क्युलेटेड इन दिस केस. ओके, बिकॉज इन दिस केस इफ सपोज this B and C is not there, only one layer is there, at that time what will happen? The area for each layer is same. But in this case 2 parts have taken for that layer B and C, so that the area for that layer B and C is different. But area for layer A and D is same, because whatever the rate of heat transfer normal to the direction of heat flow, that is same for the A and D. But for B only this surface and for C this surface. ओके, आता ह्याचीच आपण रेजिस्टन्स डायग्राम पण ड्रॉ केलेला आहे. सो ड्रॉ दिस डायग्राम. रेजिस्टन्स काय काय असणार आहे? प्लेट ए साठी थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स ए. आता हा प्लेट बी अँड सी इज देअर अँड प्लेट बी अँड सी बोथ आर पॅरलल टू इच अदर. समजते बघा, बी आणि सी कशा आहेत तर एकमेकाला पॅरलल आहेत. सो थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स फॉर प्लेट बी अँड थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स फॉर प्लेट सी, these two are parallel to each other, and this whole plate is in the series with the layer A, and similarly series with the layer D. So in the resistance diagram we have to draw this diagram. Okay, thermal resistance for plate A and thermal resistance for plate B and C are perpendicular to each other, and then thermal resistance D. So heat transfer rate is same, that is Q. Okay, so by using this we have to calculate the rate of heat transfer for this composite wall. Can anyone tell me what is the equation to solve the composite wall? Unmute yourself and tell me the answer. How to calculate the heat transfer rate for this composite wall? What is the standard equation? Can anyone unmute yourself and tell me the answer? What is the standard equation? कोण सांगताय? Unmute yourself. सांगा, चुकलं तर चुकू द्या. Tell me the answer for the composite wall. आपण डिराइव केलेलं इक्वेशन कंपोजिट वॉल साठी Q is equal to, we know that टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स, म्हणजे जे काही इनसाइड सरफेस आणि आउटसाइड सरफेस, जी काही पूर्ण टेम्परेचर डिफरन्स असणार किंवा डेल्टा टी ओव्हरऑल डिवायडेड बाय समेशन ऑफ थर्मल रेजिस्टन्सेस. म्हणजे इथे किती रेजिस्टन्सेस आहेत? टोटल 4 रेजिस्टन्स आर देअर. देर आर 4 रेजिस्टन्सेस, बट इन दिस केस 2 resistance B and C are parallel with each other, and then in this series we have to consider only 3 resistance. Okay, so what is the standard equation? Q is equal to delta T overall upon summation of thermal resistances, or किंवा thermal resistance, total thermal resistances. Okay, so first of all of you we have to calculate the thermal resistance for plate A, then we have to calculate the thermal resistance for plate B, and then we have to calculate the thermal resistance for plate C, and then we have to calculate the thermal resistance for plate D. चारही प्लेटचा थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा आहे. आता इथं काय आहे? देयर इज ओनली वन मोड ऑफ हीट ट्रान्सफर, दॅट इज कंडक्शन. सो फॉर द कंडक्शन वी नो दॅट what is the value of thermal resistance, or what is the equation for the thermal resistance? L by K. So by using that equation we have to calculate the thermal resistances for the plate A, B, C and D. Okay, so this diagram is over. Shall I proceed? Diagram is over. This is the resistance diagram. So whatever the 2D diagram is given, so from that we have drawn this resistance diagram, because from that resistance diagram we have to easily solve that problem, because in this case 2 resistances are parallel. So if 2 resistances are parallel, then what way we have to do the calculation? Okay, जर रेजिस्टन्स जर सिरीज मध्ये असते तर आपण काय करतोय? ऍडिशन करतोय. बट इफ द रेजिस्टन्सेस आर इन द पॅरलल, then what is the equation? 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So in that way we have to calculate the equivalent resistance for the plate B and C, and then we have to take the series resistances, and then we have to do the calculation. समजले का बघा? So how to do the calculation? So from this resistance diagram we have to easily understood that resistance B and resistance C are in the parallel. So how to calculate the equivalent resistance for plate B and C? That is 1 upon R equivalent is equal to 1 upon thermal resistance of plate B plus 1 upon thermal resistance for plate C. So from that we get the equivalent resistance, and that equivalent resistance is series with the A and D. So from that we have to add the 3 resistance, and then we get the value of Q. Okay, so how to solve? So first of all you have to calculate the values of thermal resistances for plate A, for plate B, for plate C and for plate D. Thermal resistances for plate A, for plate B, for plate C and for plate D. So all of you, we know that what is the equation for the thermal resistance for the conduction? La upon K into A. So for plate is there, A is there, La Ka into area of A. So La is given, K is given, and we have calculated the area of layer A. So from that we get the value of thermal resistance for the plate A, that is 0.02. Then thermal resistance for plate B, L upon Kb into AB. LB upon Kb into AB. So from that we get the value of thermal resistance for plate B. Similarly, we have to calculate the value of thermal resistance C, because in all plates there is a conduction. So what is the formula for the conduction? L upon K into A. So in that way we have to calculate the 4 resistances: thermal resistance for plate A, for plate B, for plate C, for plate D. So write down the answers. Thermal resistance for plate A is 0.02. Then thermal resistance for plate B is equal to 0.89. Then thermal resistance for plate C is equal to 0.176. And then thermal resistance for plate D is equal to 0.1. समजते का? तुम्हाला थिकनेस दिलेला आहे, LA, LB, LC, LD दिलेला आहे. आपण एरियाज कॅल्क्युलेट केलेले आहे. थर्मल कंडक्टिव्हिटी प्रत्येक लेयरची दिलेली आहे. So that we have to calculate the thermal resistance. So we get the values of thermal resistance for plate A, for plate B, for plate C, for plate D. Okay, पण ह्याच्यामध्ये रेजिस्टन्स B, प्लेट B आणि C एकमेकांना कसे आहेत तर पॅरलल मध्ये आहेत. So from that 2 resistances we have to calculate the equivalent resistances. So below this write down the equivalent thermal resistance for the parallel thermal resistance RTHB and RTHC is given by B and C. हे कशा आहेत एकमेकांना? B and C are in the parallel to each other. So we have, from their 2 resistances we have to calculate the equivalent resistance. So the equivalent thermal resistance for the parallel thermal resistance R thermal B and R thermal C is given by, तुम्हाला माहिती आहे इलेक्ट्रिकल सिस्टीम मध्ये जर पॅरलल मध्ये असतील तर आपण रेजिस्टन्स कसा फाइंड आउट करतोय, 1/R equivalent is equal to 1/ thermal resistance of plate B plus 1/ thermal resistance of plate C. Okay, so we have calculated the thermal resistance of plate B and thermal resistance of plate C. Okay, thermal resistance of plate B and thermal resistance of plate C. So put that values of thermal resistance of plate B and thermal resistance of plate C, then we get that value of 1/R thermal equivalent is equal to 6.805. Okay, 6.805. This is the 1/R thermal equivalent. So from that we get the value of R thermal equivalent, that is 1 by 6.805. So we get that value of thermal equivalent resistance for the plate B and C. याच्यावरून आपण एक इक्विव्हॅलंट रेजिस्टन्स काढलेला आणि त्याची व्हॅल्यू काय मिळाली आपल्याला 0.147. 0.147. So this is the equivalent resistance for the layer B and C because that two layers are in the parallel to each other. म्हणून आपण हे कॅल्क्युलेशन केलेलं आहे. तो जर सिरीज मध्ये असता तर आपण काय केलं असतं, डायरेक्ट ऍडिशन केली असते. बट इन दिस केस that two resistances are parallel to each other. Okay, so now total thermal resistance is given by, टोटल रेजिस्टन्स कसा फाइंड आउट करणार आहे, आता बी आणि सी चा आपण इक्विव्हॅलंट काढलाय बरोबर, आणि ए आणि डी मध्ये काय असणार आहे ते एकमेकांना सिरीज मध्ये असणार आहे. सो फ्रॉम दॅट वी गेट दी टोटल थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स, वी हॅव टू ऍड दी थर्मल रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ प्लेट ए, then thermal resistance of equivalent and thermal resistance for plate D. So from that we get the value of total thermal resistance, and what is our standard formula, Q is equal to delta T overall upon total thermal resistance. So delta T overall is nothing but 400 minus 60 divided by total thermal resistance we have calculated 0.267 is equal to what? The correct answer is 1273.4 watt. Okay, so whatever part we have written, remaining part we have to solve in the next lecture. Okay, so all of you put your roll numbers in the chat box. कॅल्क्युलेशन करा, राहिलेला थोडा पार्ट जो असेल तो आपण नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला मी परत तुम्हाला हे करेन. कन्सेप्ट सगळ्यांना समजलंय का? जर इफ two resistances are in the parallel, then we have to calculate the equivalent resistance, and then we have to calculate the total resistance by using that equivalent resistance. So in this way we have to calculate the overall heat transfer. Okay, thank you very much.